Most people think stories begin when something extraordinary happens, but mine didn't. Mine began in a very ordinary house with very ordinary problems and a little extra than ordinary dreams. You have seen the content, the confidence, and the clarity, but this video is not about that version of me. This video is about who I was before anybody watched. My name is Karthikaa, I'm 17 years old and from a lower middle class family. And for a long time, I lived between two worlds. The world I came from and the world I wanted to build. I've been thinking about this for a long time, about where stories really begin. Because if you ask most people, they tell you stories begin when something goes wrong. But I don't think so. I think stories begin much earlier, when you're just a kid and you don't even realize that the world you see is different. I was always that kid, the curious one, the talkative one, the one who wanted to try everything. If I saw someone doing something interesting, I didn't just watch. I wanted to understand how it worked. I wanted to do it. I made friends easily. I asked too many questions. I was always doing something. Growing up, I learned early what be realistic meant. It meant adjusting dreams. It meant choosing safety. It meant not asking for too much. Success wasn't passion. It was stability. Clear exams, get a degree, don't take risks. And for a while, even I thought that was enough. But deep inside, something always felt unfinished. Like I was meant to do more, but didn't yet know what. There's one image from my childhood that never leaves me. My father at work. I didn't know what business meant. I didn't understand money, systems, or even profits. But I knew one thing. My dad was a businessman. And to me, he was always a hero. And eventually, without even realizing it, I grew up wanting the same thing. I didn't know I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I just knew I wanted to do business. Around the same time, tennis entered my life. And tennis didn't just become a sport. It became a place where everything inside me went. My happiness.
I hope you find some peace of mind.
My sadness.
In this lifetime.
My anger.
I hope you find some peace of mind.
My ambition.
In this lifetime.
I trained hard, I competed, I won, I lost. I became a national level tennis player. At that point, life made complete sense. I had dreams, I had discipline, and I had identity. I was training 5 to 6 hours daily and still going to school. That was my normal. And then things started changing. Slowly at first, my father's business began dropping. The confidence once I saw started getting replaced by worry. Then suddenly, lockdown happened and whatever was left collapsed. The business stopped completely. I didn't just hear about struggle, I watched it. I saw my mother cry. I saw my parents mentally break down. Forget comfort and lifestyle. There were days we even struggled for food. Even today, we carry nearly 40 to 50 lakhs of debt and no number can explain what it feels like to grow up inside that pressure. One moment that changed me forever was standing there, watching my parents request for some more time to pay my school fees. I witnessed the most heartbreaking moment of my life. I saw them being scolded, judged, insulted, all in front of me. And me just standing there, feeling guilty for existing. That's when something inside me snapped. Around the same time, tennis had to stop. Not because I wanted to quit, but because we had no choice. And this is important. When tennis stopped, I didn't just lose a sport. To me, tennis was not just a sport. It was my happiness, my dream, my identity, and my whole childhood. Everything I was, I've lived on those courts. My best days, my worst failures, my joy, my anger. Walking away from tennis felt like walking away from myself. And suddenly, I was empty. But inside that emptiness, one thought kept coming back. I need to do something. Not someday, not tomorrow. Now. Right now. I was in 7th grade. All I had was a phone which I used to attend my online class. That phone became my world. I started searching how to make money online, how to freelance. Everything I know today, it all started from learning in YouTube. I learned video editing and graphic designing all by myself. I reached out to people thinking I would get more clients and earn more money. I've even edited videos for 50 rupees. Not because it was worth it, but because I was desperate. I was always a movie buff. I always loved watching creative stuff like movies, series, songs, even serials till today. And without even realizing it, I was learning storytelling, scripting, and screenplay from those movies. When I saw creators growing on YouTube, I thought if they can do it, why not me? I started multiple YouTube channels, made funny videos, also tried making reels. And guess what? Nothing worked. No clients in freelancing, no views in YouTube, no followers in Instagram, and no money from anything. At the same time, family problems got worse, friendships broke, and insecurities grew. I was filled with doubt. I wasn't someone who mugged up textbooks. I always hated it, but I listened. I understand the concept deeply. But while I was still figuring myself out, my father wanted safety for me. He wanted me to give JEE, get into IIT, do engineering, get a good package, settle in foreign. I had the exact opposite dream. That led to arguments, silence, pressure. And eventually, I quieted down because I was still figuring out. I had nothing to prove them. 3 hard years passed. Then, something unexpected happened. I heard about an event conducted by IIT Bombay. At first, I didn't even know it was an entrepreneurship competition. I just knew one thing. If I get selected, I will be able to go to IIT Bombay campus. And I wanted to take my father there. Later, when I found out it was an entrepreneurship competition, I became serious. For the first time, I saw this as a chance to prove myself. I didn't even know what entrepreneurship was. I didn't know what a pitch deck was. I learned everything from YouTube, and somehow I cracked it. Even after getting selected, we didn't have the money to go. We borrowed, and that trip changed my life. I went there with zero connections, zero knowledge, and zero money. But I knew how hard it was for me to be there. So I spoke to as many people I could. I was desperate to use that opportunity to my best. I saw students younger than me starting businesses. That gave me a belief. And that is when I realized I don't need to wait to start. After everything I went through, people started asking me questions. Not about numbers or not even about growth, but about me. How did you figure this out? How did you know where to start? And how are you so clear? And the truth is, I wasn't. I was just telling my story. I realized something slowly. Every time I spoke honestly about where I came from, about what I lost, about what I was trying to build, people didn't just listen. They recognized themselves. That's when it hit me. What changed my life wasn't just one opportunity. It wasn't even hard work. It was clarity. Clarity about who I was, what I stood for, and where I was going. And that clarity didn't come from advice. It came from stories. I started paying attention. The people who moved the world forward weren't always the smartest. They were the clearest. They know their story. They knew where they came from. They knew what shaped them. They knew what they were building and why. And because of that, the world knew them too. That's when I understood something deeply. A story is not just something you tell. A story is your identity. Most people don't struggle because they lack talent. They struggle because they lack their voice. They don't know how to explain who they are. They don't know how to articulate what they've been through. They don't know how to communicate what they are becoming. They don't know how to share their story effectively. So, they stay invisible. Not because they don't matter, but because they have never been taught how to own their narrative. And I couldn't stop thinking about this. About the student who feels lost, the creator who feels unheard, the founder who know they have something inside them but can't put it into words. I've been all three and I know how lonely it feels. So I asked myself a simple question. What if there was a space where stories is not just shared but understood, where conversations didn't just entertain but gave clarity, where people don't just do content but discover who they truly are? That question became an idea, and that idea became the narrative identity. TNI is not just about storytelling as an action, it is a direction. It's about helping people connect the dots of their life, to look back and say, oh, that's why it mattered. To look forward and say, this is who I'm becoming. This is not the end of the story. This is just the beginning of something huge. Launching the Narrative Identity, a storytelling firm where we do branding, marketing, and content for brands, business, and people with the roots of storytelling. In a world full of noise, clarity is rare, and clarity changes lives. If you ever felt like you don't fit into a box, if you ever felt like your story is unfinished, if you're still searching for words to explain who you are, you're not behind. You are just in the middle of your story. And at TNI, your story matters.